In this video, I'm going to show you most of the equipment I've gotten over the last year and a half, mainly with plasma donations. Alright, so in the last year and a half, I have visited my local plasma center 73 times, and I've made just below $3,500. In November of 2017, I began what I called the Divine Rain Recording Project. At the time, I didn't have a guitar to record with, so I borrowed one from a guitarist friend of mine in a local cover band that I was playing in. I actually recorded the first two Divine Rain songs on that guitar. It was a Schecter Diamond Series guitar, 6-string. Man, I really loved the sound of it, and it felt great to play. And so when I began my search for my own guitar, I started going to the local pawn shops, and I saw this white Schecter guitar, and I thought, oh man, maybe it'll sound similar in quality to the one that I'd been borrowing. It was a Schecter Diamond Series as well, so I thought it's going to sound good. Funny story is that I didn't realize what I had. I put it on layaway at that pawn shop, and about 3 weeks later I paid it off, and it was $240. Well, I got home after I put it on layaway, and I remembered seeing on the headstock, on the little plastic truss rod cover, Demon 7, and it didn't occur to me when I saw it at the pawn shop what I had. I got home that day, and I thought, wait a minute, and I called back to the pawn shop, and I said, how many strings is on that guitar? And he came back up and he told me there are 7 strings on the guitar, and I was like, holy carp. I got me a 7-string for $240. There's a little nick in the paint on the headstock, and that is the only thing wrong with it. It's in great shape. It sounds great. Alrighty, so I needed a way to record the guitar into my laptop. I saw in the Facebook market where this fellow was selling a Line 6 direct box. It was a UX1. He was no longer interested in doing any recording, but this thing was in brand new condition. He sold it to me for $10. So I ran across town to grab it, and I picked it up, and I've been happy with it ever since. Coupled with the Line 6 Pod Farm 2 software, it's got all kinds of awesome guitar sounds to it. All of the music that you hear in these videos was generated from that software and the UX1 direct input. It gets pretty good quality. I'm happy with it for $10. So I figured I better get myself some Studio Reference Monitor headphones in order to do some mixing and things of that nature. So I went to the Guitar Center and picked up a see what kind is this. It's AKG K52s. They were $50, and I like the way they cover my entire ear instead of sitting on it, because it's more comfortable that way. And I also picked up this is an AKG P120 condenser mic. I got it at the same pawn shop that I got the guitar from. They're normally $120. I picked it up for $70 at the pawn shop, and it was in brand new condition. You got to check out your local pawn shops. It's a big deal. After a while, I figured it'd probably be a good idea to pick up some actual studio reference monitors. So I picked up a set of KRK speakers, and I got them on layaway at the Guitar Center. Paid on them for maybe maybe a month. I used my plasma donation money to pay the payments on them, and I picked them up in about 5 weeks, I think it was. I picked up a sub Sterling Music Man bass at the Guitar Center for like $2.99. It's a pretty good quality guitar for the price. All of the bass guitar that you hear on all of my music on these videos was recorded on that guitar. The software that I'm using for recording is FL Studio Producer Edition. By now I think it's a couple $100 to buy, but it's really awesome. It's easy to use, and there are all kinds of resources on YouTube to learn how to use it. It's really easy. I'm thinking about starting a series of videos on how to use FL Studio Producer Edition for recording heavy metal. We'll see here in the next few weeks. I'm using Beta Monkey double bass for my drums. I basically import the drum kit into FL Studio Producer Edition, and then from there I have built a kit that basically falls into my liking, and I use that as my template for every song that I start off with. And you can basically build your entire drum track from scratch, or you can use the loops that they provide in it. It costs about $30 to buy each of their sets of drums, and it's easy to use, and I'll be showing you how to use that soon. So really all that's left is cables and a mic stand and headphone distribution amp, so that I could record a vocalist while I'm mixing, and another set of headphones. I mean, just various things that you'll need along the way to plug everything in. And those were all paid for with plasma donations at the Guitar Center. So that's going to wrap things up on my equipment, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Shoot me a like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and shoot me some comments if you have anything you'd like to see or hear about. I'd be glad to share things with you.